going to continue it on. It says, this is Wisdom of Solomon, right, out of the Holy Bible, not no Quran, okay? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse, verse 2. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and they shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation. Who is that talking about? That's talking about the salvation of Israel. Who are going to be, let's read this again. I lost my train of thought. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled. So when they see, who's the day that they're going to see it? The international bankers, the higher-ups, even you low-level Edomites too, you're going to see the salvation of our people. You're going to realize, oh, wait a minute. Those people over there that's getting saved, they're the children of God. I thought that those people over there in the land of Jerusalem were the children of God. Wait a minute, these are the children of God? That's what a lot of you Edomites are going to realize. So we're going to keep reading. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and they shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. That's right. Okay, they're going to be troubled and amazed. They're going to be marveled. Because they're going to see us getting saved, because the way we're going to get saved, because it tells you in, what is it, 2 Peter's, I believe, no, 1 Peter's the 4th chapter, where it says that the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So how are the righteous going to be scarcely be saved? It's what you're going to have simultaneously. Okay? You're going to have a nuclear war, a thermonuclear war, where you're going to have missiles flying in the sky and coming down on the earth and bringing forth its destruction. And while that's happening, we're going to be delivered. That's how we're going to be delivered. What's going on, bro? You know? But the elect are going to be delivered, though. A lot of people out here, they're going to be destroyed. You got a question?
No, I just want to listen.
Okay.
I kind of share your idea.
Yeah, so it says, and they, and it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation. So a lot of you are going to be amazed at how we're going to be delivered. Because everybody knows about how we went into slavery and how we were afflicted as a people. A lot of you know that already, but a lot of you are going to know the amazing salvation that we're going to receive on this planet. Okay? Because the majority of you people out here, you other nations, including the so-called white man, which is his real name is Esau and Edom. Just like how we have our real names particular tribes that you see on the sign there. Okay? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, Simeon, and so on and so forth. You know, Zebulon, Ephraim, Manasseh, that's who we really are. So if you're so-called Cuban, you'll be from the tribe of, if you're from so-called Cuba, you'll be from the tribe of Manasseh. That's your true identity. So where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm Russian, thank you.
Oh, you're Russian. Okay, well, you might be an Edomite.
One of them?
Now you ain't one of them, bro. You know, I mean, you might be. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you an Edomite, man. You know what I'm saying? You an Edomite. But when you read about the Edomites, right? Like for example, they were calling themselves the Romans. They were calling themselves the Greeks, but they was calling themselves after pagan names. You know, they was just naming themselves that.
Yeah.
But their real identity were Edomites, so to speak. And when you read about the Edomites, especially in the Bible dictionary, it tells you that the Edomites are people that are going to be caught up in the Lord's indignation, so to speak. You know what I mean? It tells you that in the Bible too. Okay, let me show you something real quick. You know what I mean? I mean, if the Spirit reveals that you want to bust, then it's going to be revealed. You know, but you're an Edomite, man. You're an Edomite. Anyway. Let me see something real quick. This is Isaiah 40. Yeah, this is Ezekiel 25. No, we're the Israelites. We ain't dealing with no Islam. We're the Israelites. We're the Hebrew Israelites. Alright, and a lot of you are the Israelites too, but you don't realize that. But you're going to realize that very soon. Alright, anyway, let's read Ezekiel 25, verse 14. It says, I will lay my vengeance upon Edom in the hand of my people Israel, Salakia, by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger, and according to my fury they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord. That's how the Lord is going to repay Esau and Edom, your people, for what they've done on the planet. Okay, just like how we got paid back. The reason why we went through captivity and what we're going through now because of what we did back during the time of Egypt. We didn't follow the laws. We was going off breaking the statutes and commandments, following the Egyptian gods. So that's why we suffered as of today. But because of what you've done as a nation, basically, they're going to receive the judgment for what they've done. That's just how nature works. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back, so to speak, you know? And that's why we notice this is where society is at right now. This is why this society is crumbling apart, because the Lord made the society great, just like how he made other empires great. But he's bringing it down now. That's what he does. Because what the Lord is doing is, I didn't even see that real quick, but what the Lord is going to do, the Lord is going to destroy this kingdom, right? And he's going to revive the kingdom of heaven on the earth. Are you familiar with, do you go to church, do you believe in the Bible, anything like that?
No, spiritually, but I don't believe in any religion because there's hints in every religion and people forget those threads to connect to one unified. It's like the one seed is coming a great tree. The tree gives new trees, you know, the tree gives seeds. The same seeds are religions, but they forgot that they call them the same tree.
Right. But you know, though, you got to talk a little bit louder. You know, you can come up with one, you know? Like, so tell me what you believe. Like, what do you believe? You know, you said you're not religious.
Yeah, the thing is, I believe in the spirituality. You know, it's like the thing is, I've been studying few of the religions, and the thing is that all of them at the same time right, but they're wrong at the same time because human hand change it. It's not like there was ultimate truth. We've been twisted.
But you know, though, you're right. You're right. Truth has been twisted. But you know what? Truth is still, you can't, the thing about the truth,
it's still there.
It's still there.
But people, what people see what we receive.
Right.
Like, and sometimes we forgot to listen to the inner self that, okay, there's something is wrong.
Right.
For example, how come few different religions can't find the peace between each other if both of them are teaching peace? Like that's a nonsense. That means they're fighting for their peace. They don't fight for the universal peace. They don't fight, for example, rich won't stop being rich until he'll look down on the poor people and take a seat. Because he don't understand why he is rich. That's why he's blind by his riches, because he's thinking it's granted, like because you've done something amazing. You don't see the support from the normal people, and normal people don't see the support as action no more. For example, you smoking cigarettes, you support the tobacco company. You drink alcohol, you support that company. And what those companies do is that money after, that's your responsibility as well. For example, companies like McDonald's and Pringles invest their money into a war. For example, one of the little examples. For example, truth like 9/11 was inside job. For example, truth that there have been giants on this planet. But they probably still care.
You know, though, the whole thing about it is this whole society. The reason why you have lies there is to keep the people asleep, keep the people dumbed down.
Exactly, and that's where we need to wake up.
And that's what the thing. Because if you bring the truth out, let's say for example, this society will keep running. Since we're talking about it, let me get a scripture on that. She right about that. Yeah, this is I'm gonna get Isaiah 60. Verse 1, it says, "Arise and shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people." See, so yeah, you're right about that. Because we're in that time now. People are in a state of darkness. They don't know who they are. They don't really know why they're living on earth.
Exactly.
You know, they're just living for the expectations of this particular world.
Exactly.
Not realizing that this society is only limited. It's only got a limited amount of time. And they don't understand that this is actually an empire too. It's like ancient Rome, it's like Egypt, so on and so forth, you know. But the thing about it is that, you know what I mean? If you, I mean, all I can say to you is, you know what I mean? If you know, you might be one of us, but at the end of the day, the Lord sees right through you. The Lord sees right through all of us. So if you one of us, then you gotta repent and come back to this. Because what's gonna happen is this society is gonna go down in a great back. You know what I mean? And I think you know that too.
The thing is, the higher it goes, the more terrible destruction will be. Like, the same you can compare to the field which must be cleansed with a flame.
Right. Say that again. Say that again.
It's like a field which must with a dry leaves and must be cleansed with a flame.
Yeah,
that's the same. The more dry grass is there, the more flame will be. And we are like that grass, we are drying out. But each one of us is like a leaf, and when we dry, we will be burned. But if we are green leaves, which are not burned, which is like you can compare to sin, you know what I'm saying? It just comes off. It's like
there's nothing to it. There's no sort of, because it's like if the body is dry and the body has no moisture, then what are you? You're nothing but the dust of the earth and the salt that makes
exactly.
That's what you are. But you know that's right, I like that.
Earth. You come back to earth.
But you know the moisture is though. You know the water is. The water
is life.
Absolutely, the water is life. And guess what? What brings life to you? Knowledge brings life. So we're going to read St. John 7 and 38. It says, "He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." In other words, the understanding. So if you have understanding, you have wisdom, you're not going to be dry. You're going to know a lot. You're going to be able to teach people.
And those people in power, they know it. For example, that's how they take from you water and give you Coca-Cola. They will give you Sprite, they will give you Fanta, they'll give you anything but not water.
Not water.
It's like you're drinking poison of yourself. It's like you're dumping up yourself as well. Like, for example, what is education? Education is not school. It's never been a school. Like, for example, that means before the schools we've been uneducated. And that doesn't make no sense. How we could possess more knowledge before schools than after the
I'm going to
schools.
hit you with something. You know the word educate me? The word educate means to draw within.
Yes.
That's what it means. So if I'm educating you, basically
You
what
draw
I'm doing
within
is
yourself.
I'm drawing without. I'm drawing without, basically. I'm drawing out. So that's what the word educate means. But the thing about it is what they should use is the word intelligence. Because what are you intelligence, right?
Yeah.
In terms of information, you're getting information in terms of your mind, so to speak. So they're going off right there. But the point is, you're right. Knowledge is basically is there if you want to know. But the way they got it is this society is set up to where they're teaching you stuff that goes along with the system. They're not teaching you anything that goes outside of the system. They want to lie to people.
Because we can't get in our soul, we can't build the system within us. We build the system. So what we're doing, basically, we bring the system around us. So we feel scared, so we go within us. And that's where we start building the system within us, which is separating us from the universe, you can call it like that. Because it doesn't matter how you name it, the meaning doesn't change. For example, languages. What is language? Language is meant to mean, not to speak. That's how you can call stone any other word. But it still will be a stone if you understand me. Same as the knowledge. You can bring the knowledge. Some people bring the knowledge just to get control. Some people bring the knowledge to get money. Some people bring the knowledge just to spread the knowledge, and that's a real way of being pure and
yeah, man. Because
sinless.
I mean, yeah, it's true. Because I mean, it's far from concern. Basically, that you know, that's why a lot of people they bug now into the party and into this and into that. But the thing about it is, it serves a purpose for why people buy. It serves, you know what I mean? Everything. And the reason is this. I'm going to read another scripture because, for example, let's say if everybody knew the truth, they knew what was going on, then that would upset the prophecies of the Bible. So it was already prophesied in King Testament set up that you're going to have the majority that are going to be above that, and they're going to be in tune with this particular, how should I say it, man? Damn. Because this world is temporal. They're going to be in tune with this temporal system, so to speak. And when this temporal system falls apart, what's going to happen? They're going to fall apart. They're going to panic because they trust in something that is not tangible. Not tangible, but not foundational, so to speak. So, but you know what though? I'm going to read this to you though. This is 2 Peter's 3 verse 5. Matter of fact, let me go back and read Isaiah 55 and 11.
For example, today, you know what I found out? Have you ever known that there is skeletons in the moon?
I don't know too much of that, but you know,
I just find it out today. I just wanted to share this.
Okay.
Quite interesting fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this to you. This is Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. So each and every word that is spoken of in this Bible here, that the prophets wrote down from heaven, right? Because the prophets spoke by the Spirit of the Lord, by the Spirit of the Most High, who created the heaven and the earth. So His words are not going to be returned. So it was said that the people are going to be blinded, they're going to be given to marriage and all that other stuff, and they're going to be given to partying and murmuring and all that stuff. But guess what? That serves a purpose. That has to come to pass. Because His word must be performed. So this is 2 Peter's. Yeah, bear me for 1 minute. Yeah, here we are. It says let me see where this is at, man. Let me see what I can do here. Yeah, here we go. It says, knowing this first, this is 2 Peter 3, verse 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last day scoffers, walking after their own lust. And we've had that happen many times. You know what I mean? Because I've been doing this for a long time. So I've had people come up and put their little fingers up, so on and so forth. But that has to happen. Because it's written to happen. So
it's not happening because of you, it's happening because they never fear of acceptance that there can be a right way, and they're afraid that they've been building this way to a hell, and right now they don't want to come look back and go back to heaven. We can call it like I'm just explanation, you know? So, and they're so focused on building that road in the wrong direction, so they're afraid to destroy it. Like, but isn't it bad things supposed to be left, and the good things supposed to be continued? Right? Well, that's what we're doing here in modern society, because we've been taught like that, and we forget to question ourselves over anything. Question ourselves why we do it like that.
But you know, though, but it goes deeper, because a lot of these people, what they're doing is, and what we have to understand is, well, this whole like life as we call it, this whole thing is going on in this world, it's all set up by the law. Everything is set up by the law. So let's say, for example, right? You grew up as a young child and you got bullied in school, whatever, right? And all of a sudden you found yourself, you became a police officer, whatever. That was your path of life. Everybody has a path of life. Like, I didn't know when I was like in my mid-teens, I didn't know I was going to be doing this. I didn't know I was going to be doing this, but the Spirit led me to do this. But I wasn't aware that I was going to do this. But I'm going to show you this. This is 2 Peter 3, verse here we are, verse 4. It says, and saying, where is the promise of His coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and earth standing out of water, and in water, which is referring to the time of Noah, where you had the flood. So it says, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. But the heavens and the earth which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. That's right. So what does it mean that this particular word, the same word, is kept in store, reserved unto fire? What is that talking about? It's talking about in these times, because you're going to have, that's where the judgment is going to come. The judgment is going to come But you're gonna have the Russians, your people, and the other nations, the other powerful nations. They're gonna get involved in my people. Well, I want to say my, I'm a Israelite, but I'm just keeping it simple. So you understand what I'm saying. But the thing about it is the Americans and the Russians and its allies, they're gonna come together and they're gonna shoot the missiles. See? And that's the judgment of the Lord. So it says, and tradition of ungodly men. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. Matter of fact, that's not really the point. The point is let me see something. Let's get into the point.
Have you ever used Wilson, for example, is amazing.
Well, who's that? Of course.
He's amazing.
Sure, they're all Jews.
Yeah, and all of them, and that's technically the Jewish nations are fighting for the power right now. From one side, it's technically they are the same thing, but it's a rally for power. It's like a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like WWE wrestling.
Exactly.
It's not real, you know what I mean? All Putin is doing fulfilling the agenda of the higher ups, the bankers. Because I'm pretty sure you're putting the Rothschild, all that stuff.
Rockefeller, for example.
They're controlling this whole program. They got this whole thing like that.
Well, for example, right now they're promoting chips, like atom-skin chips in Russia. They've been blaming, that's how they do it. They blame both sides and they're telling, like, they're justifying themselves by blaming somebody else.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with the chip. I'm glad that you brought the chip out, because that's even mentioned up in the scriptures too. Because like I told you before, everything has to come to pass. This has to come to pass. But the thing about it is in Russia, they're pushing it in Russia. But because that's going to be the new agenda of the whole entire earth. It's going to be the new global system. It's the RFID chip.
Yes.
Because with this chip, they can control you. They can control when you go to bed. They can control when you come out. Every single thing. And they have all your information on there.
Total control.
Total control. You said it. So this is what they plan on doing, and they got the chips already set up anyway. Like you told me. Even I'm pretty sure. Are you familiar with? I think it's Denmark.
Yeah, I've been living in Denmark.
Oh, you've been in Denmark. Okay. Well, I saw something in Denmark. I believe it's Denmark. I'm not sure. But in order for you to work in certain jobs, you have to get that chip. It's the chip you have to get in order for you to open the doors and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So they're already pushing that agenda, because that's what, like you said, people is juiced in with the illuminated house.
Exactly.
He's juiced in, so because he's fulfilling the agenda of the bankers. But this is all prophecy, like I said. Because these bankers, they think they're going to continue on and all that stuff, but what they don't realize is that this system is going to be destroyed. What they're going to do is they're going to destroy their own society. This is so they can provide their own system.
Yes.
That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is
it's not a phoenix. It's not going to be burned and
it's going to be burned. This system's going to be burned.
I mean the system. But what they wanna destroy, like build the system.
Right.
Then we destroy the system. Then we rebuild again the system.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Because what's going to happen is what you have is they're on underground bunkers.
Exactly.
So the scriptures prophesy that when they dig into the earth, then shall my hand take them.
Yes.
What does that mean? That means we're going to take them out of the ground,
yes.
right? And basically we're going to use them as slaves, because that's just the thing about it. The nation of Israel, they were destined to be the rulers of the earth. But the reason why we weren't rulers of the earth is because we disobeyed him. But the Lord is eventually going to make us the rulers of the earth, and we're going to enslave the bankers, basically. It's going to start with them, and then we're going to take all the other nations under the mission, and our system is going to be a righteous kingdom, so to speak. But first things first, all of that stuff is going to happen before. So it says, yeah, my point was this. My point was back during the time of Noah, people didn't believe Noah what he was saying. They didn't believe that the flood was going to come. Because at the time there was no such thing as rain. All you had was what was it you had? All you had is wind coming from the heaven. That's all you had. But they didn't believe in the flood. But when the flood came, people died. A lot of people died in that region. So it's the same thing like now. You know, we're prophesying to the people that, especially our people in particular, but they ain't taking heed. You know what I'm saying? The majority of them anyway. And just people in general, they still don't take heed. They're not taking heed. So when the time comes, they're going to be swept in that fire, that nuclear fire. Because you got the Christians, they talk about, well, there's a hell under the ground. But that's a lie.
That's a lie.
That ain't nothing but Greek mythology. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand that the fire that the scriptures is talking about is the nuclear fire. That's what that's talking about. You know, I want to, so what else you got to say?
For example, just a second. For example, yeah, why we will be under control because people forgot about producing their own things. We get too much under control and too much dependent on everything. For example, before land didn't belong to nobody, so you can build and do whatever you want. You can build a well, you can dig up the well, you have your own fresh water. You can set the crops. Like you can plant your own food,
and you can,
but you don't need to pay to nobody. And that's what you need. You just need shelter, food, and water.
The basics,
and basics. And that's where this banking system will be ruined because you will become independent.
Because the thing about it is that, you know, it's nothing wrong with government. It's nothing wrong with being
It's about psychics, not psychics, cycles who's in charge of the Federal Reserve. For example, as a Rothschild, there was like 6 more families which are in total control of the world. And they're just carrying the ideology of destruction. That's what they've been taught from the childhood, that their destiny, that they are the prophets on the other side.
Yeah, well, but you know what though, they was taught because they are the prophets of the other side. They're the prophets of Satan. That's what they are. But I'm gonna read you this though. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse verse 1. It says, "She preserved the firstborn father of the world that was created alone, and brought him out of his form, and gave him power to do all things. And when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother." Alright, so that's not really the point. But the point is
kind of double.
yeah, well, well, I mean, if the thing about it is the thing with murdering somebody, right? The thing with murdering somebody is, like, for example, you just murder something for just your own emotional cause.
Yeah,
you're going
for a
out.
thrill.
Yeah, for a thrill, you're going out. But there's laws that there's, like, let's say, for example, back in the ancient world, you know, when the laws were established, there were certain laws that you did unto death, so to speak. So if he broke a law that was worthy of death, and he was put to death. You see, so so it's really how you go into it. But that's not the point I wanted to go into. I wanted to read is Ecclesiastes 10, not Wisdom of Solomon. Ecclesiastes 10, verse because the thing about it is, there's nothing wrong with your heritage. There's nothing wrong with government because you need government. You need there's a structure how things are done. There's order, and that's why the society is all jacked up because you have rulers that are basically projecting disorder amongst the people. You know, this is why you have people believing that, you know, 2 men kiss and all that kind of shit.
But pyramids, for example, could be built even built right, like that. Whereas at the bottom, for example, let's count this pyramid as a welfare distribution, for example. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about pyramid. For example, on the top, the end is small. That means you're getting smaller amount of money. Yeah, and there's a big piece at the bottom, where it's like all of us, normal people. So the wealth distribution should be big. And what's happening right now? Right now, pyramid is upside down. Whereas the wealth distribution, now it's pointing the edge, pointing really small, but it's still all of us people. And the end of pyramid, the flat part of it, is showing up, which is for the rich people, who's not a lot of them, but they're getting more.
Right. No, but I mean, but and that's just the thing, because you know you have, because like you did the perfect thing. Because even in Egypt, like every society is a feudal society. Like in this society, they tell the people that we live in a democracy-based system. But really, when you understand it and you study the way the society is,
It's a law system technically.
it's that too, but it's a feudal system. It's all based on the rich. If you're not a part of the rich, or you don't have your name doesn't go back to that particular people, then they look at you like serfs or just regular people, so to speak. And that's how all nations work. You know what I mean? And that's how all. Well, I'm gonna read it. Let's read it. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 verse 1. It says a wise judge. Because I want to make this point. There's nothing wrong with government. I mean, if you're a righteous government, then people are going to rejoice because it tells you that when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn.
Yeah.
So what it is, the reason why people are protesting and all that, because people are mourning due to the austerity measures, the laws that are being passed. You know, but if it was done righteously, there would be no mourning. But it says a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the sea is. Such are all they that go the way. The unwise king destroys his people, like the rats house. They're the unwise kings, they just destroy their own people. Their own nation of people destroy it. You know what I mean? They're not giving back, they're not sharing the wealth, they have the wars off and all that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what they're doing is it's all fulfilling the prophecy. There's a scripture saying, what is it? What's that? It's all prophecy. There's a scripture saying, matter of fact, you can start over everyone. No, it's cool, you know.
By the way, what time is it?
No, it's 5 o'clock.
Oh shit, I just go. We're doing shows at the lesson school. What's your name?
No, my name is Kakam.
Kakam.
No, Kakam. Yeah.
Do you have any link or something?
But what you can do is
I'll spread your word on the internet.
No, the word is already being spread forth. The word is being spread forth because we all over the internet. But the thing about it is I'm out here every week, every Sunday, Lord willing.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll try to catch you next Sunday. Come on.
I'll shake your hand, man. I'll shake your hand. Take care, man.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bless your day, innit?
Man. Yeah, it says, let's get back to, where was I before?
It's a nice, I like what it's doing.
We're going to get back to the, what is it? 2 Peter and 3rd, I think I was the 2nd. No, actually I was in the 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter. Let's get back to that. 2nd Ezra, chapter 5. It says, nevertheless, no, it's not that. There we are. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, and they repenting. Matter of fact, verse 2 it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom he had sometime in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and that's exactly what they did. They accounted our life madness. They didn't think that we was going to prosper. They didn't think that we was going to receive a glorious salvation. They just thought that we was going to be under derision for an everlasting period of time. That wasn't the case. We was under derision for a time set by the Heavenly Father. Once that time was done, then the Lord was going to rise his prophets up, as it is yet this day. Okay?